Hi, welcome to Fusion Beads. Today I'm going to show you how to make a simple loop to link beads and findings to your jewelry designs. This technique is a basic beading technique that is important for any jewelry designer to master, and it's a great technique to learn for beginners. Okay, so to make a simple loop, you're going to need a few materials. You're just going to need some wire, eye pins, or your head pins, and you want your wire gauge to be at least 22 gauge or thicker. I prefer to use 20 or 22 gauge wire because that keeps its shape a lot nicer, and it's just a lot more secure than say a 24 or 26 gauge. If you use that gauge of wire, the loop just isn't going to be as secure, and it may open up or lose shape when handled or worn. So I'd recommend 20 gauge or 22 gauge, or a little bit thicker if you prefer. So we're going to use eye pins, head pins, and wire here, and then also whichever beads you prefer. And I just have some Swarovski crystal round beads here in a few different sizes. You're also going to need your wire cutters. That's just to cut your wire. Your chain nose pliers here, and then your round nose pliers to make the loop for your simple loop. Okay, so first I'm going to show you how to make a simple loop with a head pin. So I have my head pins here. And so you just want to take your head pin and your bead. I'm just going to place your bead onto that head pin. The head of that pin there is just going to hold that bead and stop it from falling off. Okay, so now you want to cut the wire, leaving about 3/8 of an inch. And then you want to bend your wire, and you can bend the wire using your finger, or you can use your chain nose pliers. And since it's 22 gauge, you can still kind of use your fingers to just bend that wire 90 degrees. And then you want to take your round nose pliers, and you're just going to grasp that wire about halfway down your pliers there, and you're just going to rotate around your pliers. Just rotate that wire around. And that's just going to create just a nice, perfect little simple loop there. Okay, so we're just going to do that one more time. Just place your bead on your head pin. Cut that wire about 3/8 of an inch. And you just bend your wire. This time I'll just show you with the chain nose here. Just bend that wire 90 degrees. Take those round nose, grasp that wire about just right at the end there, about halfway down pliers, and just rotate the wire around your pliers, just to create that nice simple loop. Okay, and that is how you make a simple loop with your head pin. Okay, so now we have our eye pins here. So I'm going to show you how to make a simple loop with the eye pin, which is just like how you would do for a head pin, but there's already one kind of simple loop, or the eye of the eye pin here, that is already formed. So you only have to worry about doing the other side. And these are just used so you can link them to your jewelry design. So take your bead. I'm just going to place that on there. And then again, 3/8 of an inch. Cut that wire. And then just bend your wire 90 degrees. And you want that wire just to be right, so it's bent right on top of your bead there. Take your round nose. Just grasp that wire about halfway down and just rotate around to create your simple loop. Just use chain nose to kind of get that right in place where you want it. And there you have your simple loop link made with your eye pin. So we'll do that one more time. You have your eye pin, just put your bead on there, cut about 3/8 of an inch. Okay, and then you're just going to bend that wire 90 degrees. Take your round nose and then just rotate around your pliers to create your simple loop. And that is how you make your simple loop link using your eye pin. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to make a simple loop. This will be a simple loop link using wire and your beads. So you want to cut about a 2-inch length, depending on the size bead you have, but on average I do about a 2-inch length, about 1.5. Okay, and then you want to create a simple loop on one end, so just 3/8 of an inch down. Just take your chain nose, and you're just going to bend that wire 90 degrees. Take those round nose, just grasp that wire, the end there, and you're just going to rotate that wire around your plier to create just a nice simple loop. Okay, so then that pretty much just acts as a head pin at this point, but you just made that using a length of wire. Then you're just going to put on your bead and then cut this length here to 3/8 of an inch. Okay, and then you bend that wire 90 degrees. Take those round nose, just grasp that wire at the end and rotate around your pliers to make just a nice simple loop. So there you have a simple loop link made using wire. We'll just do that one more time. Okay, so just cut about 1.5 inches or so of wire. It's a smaller bead, it's a 6mm, so you don't need as much. One end here, about 3/8 of an inch down, just bend 90 degrees. Take those round nose, just grasp the end of that wire, and just rotate around the wire, forming a nice simple loop. Just take your bead, place it on your wire, and then we're just going to cut about 3/8 of an inch. Take those chain nose or your finger, whichever you prefer, and just bend that wire 90 degrees. Take those round nose, grasp the end of that wire, just rotate around so you form a nice simple loop. Okay, so there you have your simple loop links made using a length of wire. All right, now you can see that you can use simple loop links and dangles to attach to and link to beads and findings into your jewelry designs. And you can see here that I've made a necklace. This is our Scarlet Love necklace, and it just uses 6, 8, and 10mm Swarovski crystal rounds with wire using simple loops to connect the whole necklace together here to just create a nice classic jewelry design. You can also attach to make earrings or bracelets or any kind of design that you choose. To make this earring here, I just took that simple loop on the head pin, and then I attached it to this simple loop link that we made. You just want to open that up, attach the simple loop, and then just close that simple loop back up with those chain nose. And then you just want to open up that other end, and then attach it to that loop of the ear wire, and you just close that back up. And there you can see how easy it is to make just a simple pair of earrings, a simple necklace design. You could do a bracelet, and you can make just charms and dangles and links for any projects you choose. You can find all of these tools and materials for the simple loop technique at fusionbeads.com.